Hey guys, today I will be reading a one-shot fic, Cat, by Chico Barnes. Further information will be in the description. It was on a mission that Sam noticed something about Bucky that he didn't know before. They were on an undercover as civilians and were chasing a group of criminals. They were both concentrated on the mission as they heard a low meow. Bucky stopped and turned to the voice. There's a kitten in a side alley. The kitten was dirty. It made knowing her fur colour almost impossible. Bucky guessed it was either grey or white. Its eyes were a beautiful shade of blue. The kitten was gorgeous itself. It was so little and it seemed so hungry. Bucky almost reached to pick it up, but stopped himself and turned to Sam. Sam was watching Bucky curiously. Bucky raised an eyebrow at him. "Come on, we're going to lose the criminals," Sam said. Bucky nodded. It was after the mission. Bucky and Sam were walking home. When they crossed the road they saw the kitten. Sam noticed that Bucky was looking around, but couldn't think of a reason. "Are you looking for something?" Sam asked. Bucky instantly stopped looking around and shook his head. They headed home, but Sam was thinking about what Bucky was searching for all the way home. He felt like he knew, but he couldn't remember. It was the next day that it dawned on Sam. They were walking to the grocery store where they always went to the shop. But that day, Bucky offered to take a path they rarely used. The path was a little longer than the usual path, but Sam didn't reject or complain. What harm could a little more walking do? And it's not like Bucky found the courage to ask things. Sam wouldn't dare to break that little confidence Bucky'd built to ask, whether he knew the reason or not. So they walked to the grocery store, and Sam noticed Bucky side-eyeing a particular alley. Sam raised an eyebrow, but Bucky didn't stop walking or say anything, so he didn't ask. They took the same path when they finished shopping, and Bucky looked at the same alley again, with worry in his eyes. Sam noted Bucky searching for something with his eyes, then sighed. He looked more worried and sad. Then Sam finally understood. Bucky was looking for the little kitten they saw in the mission. He was worried about it. Sam slightly smiled. When they came home, Sam went to his computer in the living room, telling Bucky that he had to search for something. That wasn't a lie. He did have to search for something. He entered a photo album from his computer. He installed and kept all the photos on every single one of his teammates he could find. He had an album for Bucky too. He started to look at the photos of Bucky in the 40s. He found in the 40s that he found on the internet, in museums, and from Steve. And then finally, a few photos caught his eye. In one photo, Bucky was watching a dog feed her puppies. In another one, he was petting a dark cat that was injured. And in one picture, he was holding two small kittens with a smile on his face. Sam smiled when he saw the photos. He never really paid much attention to the photos, and he regretted it now. He noticed he didn't really know his work partner all that. He noticed he didn't know his work partner at all, and he was living with him. A sigh escaped him. "Hey, Buck," Sam called. "Yeah?" Bucky replied and looked up from his book. "Are you more of a dog person or a cat person?" Sam asked. Bucky blinked a few times. "I am an animal person?" Bucky answered. Sam gave him an unimpressed look. Okay, if I really had to choose, I'd say I was a cat person, I guess," Bucky said. "Where did the question come from, anyway?" he asked. Sam shrugged in return. I just wanted to know if my guess was right, Sam said. It was right, he added. Sam left the house to do something in the early morning when Bucky was asleep, but left a note explaining he had work to do. Sam finished his work, but didn't instantly return home. He went to the alley where he saw the kitten. The kitten wasn't there, so he entered the alley and started to look for it, hoping that it was still alive. Sam searched for like 10 minutes, but couldn't find the little animal. He sighed and left the alley. He was going to come again tomorrow to look for it. When he left the alley, he heard a little meow and a man cussing. He turned towards the noise and saw a man kicking a little cat. It wasn't just any little cat. It was the same kitten he was looking for today, that Bucky was so worried about. Sam immediately rushed to the man and grabbed his shoulder. The man turned round with his fist up and mouth open like he was going to argue, but he didn't do anything when he saw who was touching him. The man instantly ran away without saying a word. Sam grunted, then looked to the ground. He sighed softly. He reached for the kitten, but Mittens was afraid of him. It was understandable. Another human, if you could call that man a human, was beating it a couple moments ago. Sam picked the kitten up and observed it. It was shaking in Sam's hand. It was still as dirty as when they saw it before, if not even more dirty. "Oh, you poor thing. Let's get you to the vet's," Sam said. When Bucky woke up and headed to the living room, Sam wasn't around. He sighed. He must be on an early mission, he mumbled to himself. He headed to the kitchen to make coffee. There was a sticky note on the coffee machine. Bucky smiled to himself. Sam knew the first thing Bucky did after waking up would be making coffee, and left a note there. Bucky made coffee and decided to check his phone while drinking coffee. When he picked up the phone, he saw that there were 3 notifications from Sam. "Hey, old man. Dude, aren't you awake? Text me when you wake up." "What do you want?" "What colour would look good with white?" "Almost every colour?" "Oh, come on, man, just say a colour." "Blue, red, they're both pretty good colours. I really like red." "Thanks." Bucky rolled his eyes and put down his phone next to him. Sam asked random questions like this from time to time, so he didn't really think about it. It was a few hours later that Bucky's phone vibrated. He finished the paragraph of the book he was reading and then opened his phone. "Hey, Buck, what now?" "I'm on my way home." "Good for you. Why did you decide to text me?" "Rude. And here I am bringing you a gift. Should I be scared or..." "What? Of course not. When did I ever bring you a bad gift?" "Okay, it was one time, you asshole. Anyway, I promise you'll love this gift. Just trust me." "We'll see." Bucky put his phone down with a sigh and rolled his eyes, but he couldn't deny he was a little curious. He wondered if it was a prank again. Bucky hears Sam's footsteps before Sam reaches the door, thanks to the super soldier serum. He doesn't raise his head and look at the door. He continues to read his books. He knows Sam has keys. The door opens and Sam enters. "I'm home," says Sam. He sighs when Bucky doesn't reply. "You and your damn books," he mumbles. Bucky doesn't even bother to roll his eyes. He can bite back when he's finished reading the exciting paragraph. "Book," Sam says, and Bucky sighs loudly. "I swear to God, Sam, if it's not important..." Bucky's sentence stays unfinished when he raises his head and sees a white fluffy ball in Sam's hand. "Sam?" Bucky says, uncertain if the fluff on Sam's hand is what he think it is. Well, you looked like you wanted it when you first saw it on the mission, and you kept searching for it when we walked near that alleyway, so I went looking for it. If you don't want it, I can find it a new home. But you like animals, so I thought you'd... Sam was talking a little fast when Bucky interrupted him. Shut up, man, I could kiss you right now, Bucky said, smiling, and he was now standing in front of Sam, his book forgotten on the sofa. She's so cute, Bucky said with a smile. Yeah, she is. Wait, how did you know that it's female? Sam asked. Bucky only shrugged in response. What's her name? Bucky asked. I didn't name her. Like I said, she's a gift. She's yours, so you should name her, Sam answered. There were tears in Bucky's eyes as he lowered his head to hide them. He knew Sam saw them anyway, but he was kind enough not to mention it. How does Alpine sound? Bucky asked. I think it's a pretty name for a pretty girl, Sam answered. Alpine was looking at Bucky with her blue eyes. Bucky noticed she had a collar. Oh, that's why you asked for a colour, he said. Sam nodded. Bucky smiled. White fur, blue eyes, red collar. She looks like the Shield, he said. Oh, I hadn't noticed, Sam chuckled. Do you want to pick her up? She's all yours. You should interact with her, Sam asked. Bucky looked hesitant. You know, animals don't really like my metal arm, he said, looking away. Let's give it a shot, Sam said. Bucky sighed but nodded. Then he picked Alpine with his flesh arm. She didn't look like she was scared of him. Yet. He held out his metal arm to Alpine. Alpine looked at it for a few moments. Then she sniffed his metal arm. She must not have considered it as a threat to herself, because she then rubbed her head to the arm. Sam chuckled while Bucky was watching the kitten in awe. Wait, can we even raise a cat? Bucky asked. Well, it'll be difficult because of all the superhero things, but I think we can manage it, and I've already ordered her a bed, litter, a little box, toys, and, we can't really give her away, Sam replied. Bucky smiled. Man, you're the best. I love you. He then hugged Sam. Careful not to squeeze, Alpine. Love you too, Sam said after a hug. Bucky was exhausted after a mission and was dying to go home. He missed Alpine so much. He was only gone for 2 days, but it was too long for him without his love of his life, his sweet little daughter. Well, he missed Sam too, but who was Sam compared to their little princess? Bucky finally reached the apartment, and when he tried to open the door, he could hear the excited meows from the other side of the door. He finally opened the door, and Alpine instantly climbed his legs and torso. Ouch, Bucky said, but giggled, and picked Alpine, careful not to hurt her. When he pulled her nails out of his shirt. Oh, did you miss me, princess? He asked, kissing her little head. I missed you too, the meaning of my life, he said fondly, then looked towards the sofa and saw Sam watching them. Can't say I missed you, pain in the arse, he said, not seriously. Ouch, Sam said dramatically. And here I was, waiting for you with Alpine, like I didn't have better things to do. Well, you don't have better things to do. It's your day off. Bucky rolled his eyes but smiled anyway. He kissed Alpine one more time and then put her down. Alpine meowed and then walked towards her food bowl. Bucky smiled and sat next to Sam on the sofa. Alpine finished eating and then jumped on the couch. Bucky smiled and pet her head. Alpine started purring and sat on Bucky's lap. Sam rolled his eyes. He spent so much money trying to buy her the best and most comfortable bed ever, but she always preferred Bucky's lap. What an ungrateful cat. She doesn't do that with me, Sam pouted. He was jealous. Bucky chuckled. Looks like I'm her favourite, Bucky said. You are Daddy's favourite too, Alpine, he smiled. Sam just rolled his eyes and got up. He started smiling when he turned his back to Bucky. What do you want to eat? He asked. You can cook, Bucky joked. Sam gave him an unimpressed look. Okay, don't get mad. How about some chicken? Good choice. We'll give Alpine some too, Sam answered, returning the smile. Need help? Bucky asked. Nah, you must be tired. I can cook alone, Sam said, walking to the kitchen. Call me if you need help, Bucky said, as he continued to pet Alpine. She climbed towards his chest and continued to purr. Her purring relaxed Bucky, and he fell asleep with a little smile on his face. Hey guys, yes, sadly, this is the end of today's one-shot fic. As always, information will be in the description. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Bye!